Linda Barcz from the Barcz Company is taking your plant and garden questions. 270-9933, the number to call. Hello, Linda.
Hi, Mark.
We have lots of calls, so we'll get right to them. We'll start with Kesha from Madison. Hi, Kesha, what's your question?
Yes, I got this big plant. It's like a green leaf, and I've had it since April 27th, but it's dying on me. I was just wondering, you have any tips for me to save it?
All right, is this a house plant or is this something that's outside?
It's in the house.
Oh, it's in the house. All right, well, then it might just be going through adaptation to lower light. If it's a tropical, sometimes they are, shipped up from Florida and they're used to lots of sun, and then they go into a typical home, and the light reduction is such that they start to throw off a lot of lower leaves. So just don't overwater it. Depending upon the size of the pot, water it thoroughly, then let it dry between waterings and water it again.
And get in your sunny window, maybe.
Yes, next to a window. Right. Good idea.
All right. Suzanne from Potosi. Hi, what's your question?
I have, I put my indoor plants out on my back deck in the shade, and there's raccoon that keep coming and digging them out of the pots. Is there anything I can put on the plant to keep the raccoon away?
Raccoons, boy. If a raccoon wants to get at something, that's going to be difficult. You could try spraying it with, there's some products that are deterrents that smell, it's not very pleasant, but fox urine sometimes will put certain creatures off. So something like that might be of help.
Okay. Let's go to Ken in Beaver Dam. Hi, Ken, what's your question?
I have a small Japanese maple. Most of it is purple like it should look, but there's a bunch of branches that have healthy-looking green leaves. Should I cut the branches off that have the green leaves, or what's your suggestion?
Yes, what might be happening, well, a couple of different things. If it's a grafted plant, and the green shoots are coming from the base, it could be something coming from the root system, or sometimes if a purple-leaved plant is reverting back to its original genetics, what's going to happen is that's going to grow very vigorously and take over your purple-leafed plant. So prune those areas out.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you very much.
All right, Ken, thanks for calling. Let's go to Don in Sun Prairie. Hi, Don. What's your question?
I've got a peony plant that I'd like to split and replant. Is it the best to do that in the spring or in the fall? And then I've got another question. When my daffodils are done blooming, should I cut them back now or what?
Okay, with the daffodils, you have to leave the foliage on for at least 6 weeks after the flower is passed to rebuild the bulb. Then you can prune those leaves off. On the peony, it sort of depends. If it's a tree peony, which is becoming much more popular, then those are difficult to transplant spring or fall. But if it's the old-fashioned type of peony that can be cut down to the ground, it's best to move those in the fall and make sure that you don't plant them too deeply. You have the growing point is called a pip, and you want that just emerging from the soil when you transplant it in the fall.
Okay. Let's go to Ann in Arlington. Hi, Ann. What's your question?
Hi. I have an area with a lot of spring bulbs. The tulips, the crocuses, the hyacinths all come up and bloom just fine, but the daffodils send up leaves and never blossom, and I'm wondering what might be wrong there.
Well, and are these daffodils quite old that they are at the stage that perhaps they need to be dug and separated?
Well, they have been in there for a few years, yes.
But a few years, usually daffodils are a really good, reliable one. I always suggest that people do some fertilization after they get done flowering and the leaves are in the beds. Put some fertilizer on them because they need to really regenerate a lot of carbohydrates to rebuild that bulb so that it will have a flower the following season.
Okay. We are out of time. Thank you all for calling in. Linda, thank you for your time.
You're welcome, Mark.
Get out and enjoy this weather. Get some gardening in.
Okay.